Welcome back to Glasgow. Last time I was here, it was for my 16th birthday and I had a VIP experience for Rangers vs Ross County. That was the first ever time I had been to a Rangers game. It was the first ever time I had been to Ibrox. That was definitely an experience that I will never forget, and all the Rangers fans, staff and people were very welcoming and made sure it was a fantastic experience for us. If you follow my channel a lot or you watch my last Rangers video, you will know that I am from the West Midlands of England and I am a season ticket holder at West Bromwich Albion Football Club. However, I do just love my football, and whenever West Bromwich Albion aren't playing, I usually go down to support a lot of my local non-league football sides. I have always taken an interest in the Glasgow Rangers, and my dad has followed them all his life. I have watched them from afar for many years now, enjoying a lot of special moments like the 55th league title victory under Steven Gerrard, that fantastic and magical comeback in the Europa League against Braga, and of course that very famous Europa League run a few seasons ago when the football club got to the final in Sevilla. However, a dream of mine has always been to do a European night up here at Ibrox. I've heard fantastic things about the atmosphere on a European night, and as soon as I saw that there was tickets available for tonight's game against Servette, I was desperate to come back up to Glasgow and attend this game. Last time I came up here, it was a very long journey. I had been to West Brom vs Coventry City the night before, and it was a very early morning driving up the next day. This time I got the plane up from Birmingham Airport this morning. Again, it was a very early morning after I had been to Stoke away with West Brom in the Carabao Cup last night. But just like last time, I'm hoping it will definitely be worth the journey. I have a bit more time today, however, and one thing I want to do this time that I didn't get a chance to do last time I was up here is explore the city of Glasgow a little bit. Let's go have a look around. One thing I've noticed when walking through the streets of Glasgow is on every lamppost they seem to be plastered with football stickers. Something you don't really see at home. Obviously, when you go on away days with West Brom, you do see a lot of football stickers in the away ends, but every lamppost in the city seems to be plastered in stickers from football clubs all over the world, from obviously the two main ones here, Rangers and Celtic, but I've seen Birmingham City stickers and clubs all over Europe. So I'm here at Ibrox Stadium well before kick-off, a good few hours before kick-off. There's already people here. You can really feel a sense of how big tonight's game is, and I thought I'd say a few words about tonight's game. I haven't really mentioned it in too much detail. So it's Rangers versus Servette. I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, in the Champions League qualifying stages. It's a massive game at Ibrox. You know, I've heard so many brilliant stories about European nights under under the lights at Ibrox. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. It should be an absolutely fantastic atmosphere. Servette are a team from Switzerland. They finished second in their league last season. Obviously qualified for this stage of the Champions League, just like Rangers. Rangers didn't get off to the greatest of starts in their league campaign on Saturday. Obviously a very disappointing loss away from home against Kilmarnock. Already puts pressure on in terms of the league this season. However, you know, European nights, European football is a complete different matter, and form does sort of go out the window for nights like this. The Ibrox crowd should be absolutely behind the players tonight, and I really do hope it's a special evening at Ibrox. Rangers obviously qualified for the group stages of the Champions League last season. Let's hope they can do it again this season. I'm going to have a walk around Ibrox, take a few camera shots for you guys. Let's go explore. So I'm in the ground now. What a fantastic ground this is. It looks like there's some sort of display to the right of me, probably when the players walk out. There's like sort of red, white, blue sort of flags on the seats. The Servette away fans are just to the right of me as well. This really does feel special. I forgot how big this ground was as well. Like the stand opposite me is massive, it's huge. I feel like the atmosphere will be class though. Really looking forward to this one now. Something that I found really odd as well coming into the ground is that they didn't check our bags. Like in England, whatever games I go to, whatever level, non-league, the baggage, they always check your bags. Like I've seen in Scottish football, like the pyros and the smoke bombs, they get them into the ground. In England, you've got no chance of that. Something a bit different to English football.
And we would like to thank everyone in the stadium tonight for your show of support. Is number 19, Abdullah Sima. Ibrox Servette, off comes 4, Steve Ruby. On comes 6, Anthony Banner. We look forward to
So it's the next day, I'm back home in England now. I tell you what, When I got off the plane in Birmingham, it felt about 10 degrees warmer than when I got on the plane in Glasgow. It's absolutely roasting here. But what a night last night at Ibrox. Fantastic atmosphere, fantastic experience, big win for Rangers. I really did enjoy it. You know, last time when I went to the Ross County game, I was sort of out the atmosphere a bit when I had that VIP experience, like, because I was so up high, I was sort of out the atmosphere of the ground. But this time I was right in the thick of it, and I really enjoyed being part of it. I thought the display before the game was excellent as well. You can tell how much effort. I believe it's the Union Bears that sorts all that sort of thing out. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but how much they put into that display. I got the feeling when I was at the ground that quite a lot of Rangers fans were a little bit frustrated with the team's performance. I actually thought Rangers played really well last night. I think that the biggest compliment I can give them is that they played some of the best football I've watched for a very long time. And I'm not just saying that either. You could probably banter me saying I go and watch West Bromwich Albion play every week. But it was a different level tonight. When I went to the Ross County game, I don't know if it was something to do with the opposition. You know, when you play sides like Ross County, I mean, as shown at Kilmarnock on Saturday, sometimes those sort of teams can be difficult to break down. But I thought, especially in that first half, the way Rangers were passing the ball around and the team was moving forward, it was a real joy to watch. What a player Todd Cantwell is as well. He was excellent last night. And yeah, I do understand. I've seen some of the comments. Maybe Rangers fans will feel like there's a bit wasteful with the chances. It did feel like it probably should have been a few more. You know, I think Rangers probably missed two really big chances, which should have probably been buried into the back of the net. But, you know, that is football sometimes. They've done the first half of the job. They're currently winning this tie, and all they've got to do now is go to Switzerland and get at least a draw, which I believe they will do. I enjoyed having a proper matchday experience at Ibrox this time. Don't get me wrong, last time when I had the VIP experience, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I couldn't speak highly enough of all the Rangers staff, fans and everyone involved in making that experience really special for me. You know, they took me around the trophy room and really treated us well. I couldn't recommend it enough to anyone who wants to come to Ibrox. The VIP experience is fantastic. However, just the small little things this time, like going to the game on the subway, coming back after the game on the subway was absolutely chaos. The amount of people were squeezed into our carriage. There was literally like no room to move. Like, it was squashed up against loads of people. Put it this way, you didn't have to worry about holding on to the bars in case the train come to a sudden stop and you'd fall over, because there's no room for you to fall over. But I suppose it's all part of the fun. I enjoyed being in the fan zone before the game as well. That was brilliant, and I really enjoyed, as last time, having a walk around before the game, taking it all in, really appreciating where I am at Ibrox, such a historical ground with so much character. I keep saying this, but there's no ground like it that I have visited with so much character and history. Like, you just walk around the place and you really get a sense and a feeling for it. Just things like seeing the players walk out to simply the best. The display before the game was superb. And like seeing Ibrox under the floodlights for a European night. It really is, again, an experience that I will never forget. I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. I do want to just apologise. When I was in the ground, I didn't really give you many updates, and I didn't speak to you as much as I usually do. I was just taking it all in. I was really enjoying myself, and I didn't really find time while the game was on to give you any updates. I do apologise for that. Usually I do that, but I was just enjoying the game so much that I didn't really find time to do that. I've really enjoyed making this video. I want to say thank you to all the Rangers fans for the last video I did. The support on that was mental. I hope to come back up to Ibrox again, but if you have enjoyed today's video, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I'll see you in the next video, guys.